And then Ari says all of a sudden, "Where is Charlie?" So now they go look for that dog. They look in the front yard. They look in the back. They find his bark collar. And then they start calling him. Do they hear him? No.
I'm a grad student right now at UCLA in the screenwriting program, and we have to write a screenplay every 10 weeks. Once we got to a new quarter, I was thinking, why don't I try to make something out of this bedtime story that the kids really seem to like, you know?
The whole script over, and I really liked it. So I went ahead and told them, yeah, I believe in this project.
When I met Jonathan, we didn't know how we were going to go about this thing, and we were wondering about ways to give this publicity. We started to check out Kickstarter. Now, Kickstarter has about a success rate of 44%, so you know, a little over 2 out of 5 is successful. I just made a little video with the kids to make the connection between the story and the book, and I thought, you know, maybe it'll, you know, spark something with people, and it did. It got funded.
This is what arrived in the mail.
Yay!
Okay,
Where are you opening it?
we can open it wherever we want.
Looks like someone stepped on it.
Somebody drove over it.
This arrived, and in it is our book. I hope they send us the right thing. Most screenplays never get made, but in this case, now it's turning into a book. How cool is that? You know? Oh, this is the right book.
Yay! Wow, that was bigger than. They give us 2 prints?
I don't know.
Yeah, one for each of us. Ooh.
Whoa! Check it out. It's about this family in peril, and then they need to fight to find a way back to each other, as you know, as they're all caught in different worlds. What this is supposed to be is a proof of the first issue, and if we approve this, then they're going to print 1,000 copies of it. So we have to see if this is okay, if the ink is okay, if the colors are okay, if the binding is good, and they're just waiting for our approval. I'm just like, I'm over the moon with these drawings that Jonathan has made, and like to me, it's, you know, every week I come over to see his drawings, it's like Christmas. So it's just fantastic to hold this now and to, you know, see my kids read this.
It's just a fun story, and it's also a lot deeper, I feel, than a lot of the other kids' movies where it's just like, oh, we defeat the bad guy at the end. But there's a bigger thing going on, and the ability to keep going with the story too, because there's so many different worlds.
Well, I think anything that you write that works has to be personal. Otherwise, it's just, you know, you feel it as a reader that it doesn't quite work. You know, even though it's a made-up story and it's fiction and everything, I'm sure there's a lot of me and my own personal experience that has found its way in the subtext of this. Obviously, you know, the family itself, I mean, that's kind of obvious. But then in terms of the stories or the adventures or the anxieties of this family, there's a lot of it that comes from deep, that kind of, you know, bubbled their way up in a creative process and found their way into these pages. I didn't make this for other people other than for my kids. I thought if they like it, yeah, there's a possibility that other people will like it, and who knows where it will go. But the most important thing to me is that my kids will like it, and that they will look back on this as a source of inspiration and fun. That no matter how bleak things got for this family in the tunnels, they found a way back through their imagination and inventiveness, and they all grew through that struggle and found a way back together. That's what I hope they'll get out of this, and that's what I'll hope if they ever get stuck at some point in life, they'll think back of the inventiveness of the kids in these stories that found a way back, you know, even separated by worlds, to each other.